So, starting off chapters 9 and 10, I had first learned about the sources of contract law, case law, uniform commercial code, classification of contracts. I had learned about express and implied contracts, unilateral and bilateral contracts. Let me run you through different types of contracts. Express contract is an exchange of oral or written promises between parties. An implied contract is a contract established by the conduct of a party rather than by the party's written or spoken words. A unilateral contract is an exchange of a promise for an act. A bilateral contract would be the exchange of one promise for another promise. A void contract is a contract that at its formation has an illegal object or serious defects along with it. Voidable contract, a contract that gives one of the parties the option of withdrawing from the agreement. A valid contract is a contract that meets all the legal requirements for a fully enforceable contract. An executed contract would be a contract the terms of which have been performed. Hang in there with me. An unenforceable contract is a contract that exists but cannot be enforced because of a valid defense. A quasi-contract, a court-imposed agreement to prevent the unjust enrichment of one party when the parties have not previously agreed to an enforceable contract. A breach of contract is the failure of one of the parties to perform their obligations under the contract at the time performance is due. A condition precedent is a particular event that must take place to give rise to a duty of performance of contract. A condition subsequent contract is, a condition subsequent is a particular event that, when it follows the execution of a contract, it terminates the contract. The impossibility of performance is a situation in which the party cannot legally or physically perform the contract. And then chapter 10 went on to get into monetary changes, compensatory damages, and punitive damages, and so on, more damages. But to start with, monetary damages are dollar sums awarded for a breach of contract. Compensatory damages are monetary damages awarded for a breach of contract that results in higher costs or low profits for the injured party. Punitive damages are large monetary damages awarded for deferring similar conduct in the future. Nominal damages are small monetary damages awarded to the party that is injured by a breach of contract but cannot show real damages. And liquidated damages are monetary damages for non-performance that are stipulated in a clause in the contract. And then later, at the end of chapter 10, I had also learned about equitable remedies such as rescission, formation, injunctions, and specific performance. Thank you for your time.